Okay, Julian. We're back again. We're gonna try this until it works. She's available now, and she just called me, but she video chat me instead of getting into live, and she's never live before. So, um, let's hope she sees the request and gets on. You guys like how this thing just told me to shut up by like hanging up without giving me a warning and like kick everybody out like just stop talking. That's what I felt. I felt it in my spirit like just stop talking. Like I'm offended by how it just kicked me off. Um she needs to get wait. Oh, I hope she's not just waiting by her phone. Um Cousin, Pam, can you text her, tell her um actually go watch the live? Like get on the live as in like she's watching so that I can request it to her, please, if you don't mind. Oh, there she go. I see her. Wait. Um, what happened? I just seen her get on. Go live. Request to view. Waiting for Gwen. It's coming up. I think we did it. We did it. We did it.
Hey, y'all.
There you go.
Hey, everybody. Look, I done gave her all the trouble trying to get on this thing. Hey, everybody.
Well, only 2 minutes.
Hi, Sonya.
There's 16 people on here.
How am I pronouncing your name right? Yanta?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Yanta.
Thanks for getting it right. Yeah, I was trying to give them like all type of crazy stories about
I really
myself.
appreciate all of y'all for joining. Oh, Ken. Okay. I don't know how long you want to give it.
I'll try. We're at 2 minutes, maybe about 5.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab some lip gloss because I'm feeling real crusty.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
no
got
problem.
off. Hey, y'all. I see you in a second. Man of God, 32. Ooh, but look at God. Send them, Lord.
We're just giving people you guys time to get on. Get on. I like how y'all support your friend. I like that a lot. I like it very much. Thank you for supporting her. It makes my heart happy.
Just washing my hands now.
It's okay. Right? Like anybody who responds to my message about me asking for them to tell the story, I love. I think I sent it to as much as I could. We're at 29. Can you guys believe that? Like,
I can't find my lip gloss.
now my lips dry for all that talking y'all made me do. Oh, you guys are so nice. Can we all be friends? Where's everybody at? Like, where are you guys? Like, what city are you guys in?
Probably all in St. Louis.
Oh, all your friends where you are, Gwen?
I believe so. Yeah, most of them. They might be in other cities. Some in Chicago. I'm just putting out lip gloss, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We got 29 people. I'm nervous.
30. I was nervous the whole time. I even did my makeup, and I don't wear makeup like that, so.
I'm just putting on lip gloss. I didn't even get to do a whole beat, but I guess that's not how God wanted it to be. Kaneda, Shonda, ooh, my cousin Tracy. Hey, y'all.
What was that?
Okay, let me grab my water.
Okay. It's on and popping. Can you guys like Everybody go to the bottom of your screen, click on the little arrow that's pointing to the right, and then it should open like your DM and send it to people in your DM so they could join in.
Okay, everybody, I'm back and I'm ready whenever you are, Yanta. I just had to grab water.
The boys are back. Okay, it's 5 minutes. Okay, cool. All right. So, well, half of the people know Gwen. At least most of the people here know Gwen. Clearly, my name is Yanta, and for the sake of this page, I want you guys to call me Yaya, okay? I said it earlier. The reason why, but I will say it again. I don't think everybody was here yet. The reason why I wanted to do this page is because I wanted to have a platform where we can share, women especially, can share their stories and to help inspire each other, encourage, motivate, grow, or feel like there's a sense of sisterhood. Oh, Gwen, something cool happened while you were not here.
Okay.
I don't know if she's back on, but 2 young ladies decided that they have testimonies. And on Tuesday next week, we have a testimony. And the following Tuesday, we already have another testimony.
What a blessing. Wow.
I know. So that's pretty cool. And I wanted to do testimony Tuesday, but I didn't. I was going to wait to see if you guys like me first. But then we already got it. God already worked that out. So
yeah, he already worked
we got that.
So,
yeah. So, I think I said how we met. We met on Facebook. I went in her DM and I told her what I was trying to do. And she responded. We had a conversation. I liked her story. And
did you tell him how you found
4 days later? Oh, yeah. I kind of did, but everybody wasn't here. So, a friend of mine, okay, so we're on this page called Married and Young. We're doing the Breaking the Cycle Challenge.
Yeah, Saved and Married or Saved and Single. I don't know.
That's what it's called?
Girl.
It's something.
I don't know.
And they were doing the Breaking the Cycle Challenge.
I'll quote it all.
What happened? Oh, a friend of mine saw her post, because I didn't even see it, saw her post and screenshot it and sent it to me because she knew I wanted to do a story similar to hers, because the story I was supposed to do the last time with the person, after having conversation with that young lady, we realized our belief system were different, or idea of marriage were different, as far as being a male and a female. So because I wasn't sure who the platform was, and I'm a Christian, and I just didn't want to do that. So I thought, I just got on Valentine's Day and I just ran my mouth about my story that took like 2 hours. But when my friend saw that post, she just was, oh, there go the story you wanted. So I went into Gwen's DM and she responded. And when we talked, and then here we are.
Right.
So that's how we met.
Less than a week ago.
Literally. Yeah, that was on Monday. Today's Thursday.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool that we got to do that. I'm super excited. I was super nervous earlier. That's why my makeup was done and whatever and all this good stuff. So you guys know who I am. For those of you who don't know who she is, Gwen, just say your name, your age, and what you do.
Hi, everybody. I am Gwendolyn Smith, and I am 34.
What do you do?
I'm a hairstylist.
Cool. Like, do you own a salon? Or you work there?
A little bit of both.
Oh, cool. Really?
A little bit.
That's super cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, I just learned something new. Okay, so as most of you guys saw the little flyer titled "She Gave the Ring Back." So based on what I remember from the story, because we only talked about it once, Gwen was dating a gentleman. She was engaged, and she gave him back the ring. Is that correct? Okay. So, before you met him, like, what were you like? What was your status? What were you doing? Like, how was your life?
I was in my brain, I was killing it. Like, I was, as far as spiritually, I was super single. I was Captain Saver client, like any client that came in and may have had, issues. Like I was celibate. Let me just say that I was celibate for I guess 3.5, 4 years since me and my kid's father broke up. And I was totally celibate. So I felt like I was just walking righteously. Like I thought I was on, I ain't gonna say I thought, I was on the right path of where God had me. Like, as far as single and saved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, I wish y'all could have, like, back then, anybody who knows me know that I just was like, everybody would be like, why are you single? I'd be like, cause I'm not ready yet. God got me on the oven. I'm still cooking. I used to say it with so much confidence, like, bow, like, cause I used to get offended a little bit. Like, any woman who's single and people are like, well, you still single? What's wrong with you? That question comes, and part of you get offended, not like a lot, but you like, okay, what's the answer for that? Like, what do you want me to say? Because I hate doing laundry. I don't like washing dishes. Like, what do you want me to actually say?
Right.
So I came up with what I felt. Like, when I would ask God, why am I still single? He would be like, because you're not ready yet. Like, where you are, if you believe that where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be, then there's no room for doubt. Like, it's not like because I did something wrong. It's no room for nothing besides praise. Like, because this is where I'm supposed to be.
Right. Okay. It's okay though, because I mean, I'm gonna be 30 this year, and I've been single practically all my life. So
Really?
I've been getting, yeah. Technically, I've never been in a real relationship that I can claim,
Okay.
and most of my friends are in relationship and just about married. And I was born and raised in the church. And by the time you're 25, if you're not married or you're not in a relationship about to be married, something's wrong with you. So I've been
That's
having
what
these
people
questions
say.
all of my life. So girl, I kind of know how I feel about that. But then you said something just earlier. You said all your clients knew. Were you like, I guess exclusive about your singleness and being celibate?
Yeah, they knew.
So
I
like,
mean,
were you saying this to your client, or were they just asking and you were sharing?
I think most of my clients are like long term, so they were witnessing it with me. They were witnessing my journey with me. Like, a lot of them have been with me along the way, friends. So it wasn't nothing I was just volunteering.
Right.
But like I said, doing hair is not just doing hair. I guess it was like a ministry. So if it was necessary for me to say it, because your life is your testimony. So it wasn't like a badge of honor type thing, you know, because I can't necessarily say I was super proud of it. Of the fact that I was celibate. I was super proud that I was walking or attempting to walk a righteous walk. You know, like I was proud of that, but it wasn't like, yeah, I'm celibate. But I do believe that it should be sex is for marriage. Like, I believe that. And I made a choice to not wait no more.
So do you think that, like, with the women that were coming to your chair, that do you feel like God is giving you kind of like a responsibility to minister to them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not just the women coming to church, but you got a responsibility to minister to anybody you encounter, whether it's just a smile. You know, it's a responsibility, as in my heart, that I believe as a believer. Like, every second you're supposed to minister. You know, we just have the luxury of comfort now, but the disciples back in the day, their whole mission was to minister and to spread the gospel. And I like to think I'm a disciple and a modern day disciple. So yeah, of course, especially my clients. Like, yeah, it wouldn't even work to me no more. I just the hair part was just like a talent, but the gift, it's a gift inside of your talent, you know. And the talent is just like right there, but underneath the surface is your gift from God. Like, the talent can stop most people, and that's where our ego lies. But God is like inside of here, to where that gift, when that gift activate, it outweighs any talent, you know. Like, definitely. So ministering is a gift, I guess, because my clients is like sisters, I think, or like they mean the world to me, and they not just clients. Like, they are like the gifts that God sends to me, or I don't know, anybody to me is.
Yeah. No, I agree. I know the part of the scripture that say your gift will make room for you. And I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of people would take it as a way where like, oh, my gift will make room for me. That means like I'm gonna get fame, I'm gonna be popular, not realizing the room is supposed to be making is room for you to minister to them. And it
Right.
doesn't always mean like, oh, Jesus is coming back tomorrow. Sometimes it's simple as, oh, you hungry? Let me send you $10. Oh, you need water? Let me give you some water. Oh, you need somebody to talk to? I'm
Yeah.
here to listen to you, type
Right.
thing. And I think like we made ministry a pulpit thing and a pastor thing, and we forget every single one of us who gets baptized, once we're claiming to be Christians and followers of Christ, it is our responsibility to be an example of Christ's love through the
Mm-hmm.
way we live. So I love that. Okay, so how did you meet the gentleman?
I met him at Snooks. That's a grocery store here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, so
So,
was he like a stranger then?
oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
he was a complete stranger. I mean, that's how we met. It was like I was shopping, and I don't know if y'all have like those little buggy carts things, like where you just collect a couple items.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
had one of those, and I went in because I only thought I was gonna get like a couple items, but I ended up getting way too many, and it was too heavy, and he grabbed it off my arm.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
And then what?
I mean, it was like they had a 10 for 10 sale, 10 for 10 at Snooks. It's like heaven. So I thought I was only gonna get two items, but I had my arm is I was carrying it like this, like across my
Mm-hmm.
arm. So I was carrying it, and I was in the freezer aisle. But since the thing was so heavy, I had like my left foot holding the freezer door, and I was trying to reach for ice cream. I think Marie Calendar had like 5 for $2.50 or something. I mean 5 for 10. And if you ain't had on Marie Calendar, I'm trying to tell you, hey, the broccoli and cheddar Alfredo, it's like you really at a restaurant. So by then they are box. It's a frozen dinner. They start sliding out. They start like sliding out because it was too much stuff in there. I had crunchy munch. I had all kinds of stuff that I probably shouldn't have had, but obviously it was meant because by the time he walked up on me, I was busy trying to get the stuff up and trying to make room for the Marie Calendars. He just grabbed the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabbed it off my arm. My head was down. So, because I like I said, I'm reaching in there. So when I go to arm, can you see? I'm like this. Oh, look at the hair. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So when I reached down to grab it, when he had grabbed it off my arm, I could see it was a mark on my arm. It was a red dent.
Yeah.
Arm. So I couldn't say nothing because with me being single back then, I have a fake ring on, like I was already engaged.
I
Or
did that too.
if I see somebody approaching me, I would already have the denial in my head. I already have it in my head, like, all right, your man at home. I already have a projection of block, but he snuck up on me so quick, he grabbed off my arm, and the fact that both of us seen the mark on my arm, I couldn't say, like, what are you doing?
Right.
It was obvious that I needed help.
Right.
So he was like, let's go to the front. Like, looks like you got enough. So for me, I was like, what? I was so like, it got me because he was bold. He was bold. And like I said, I'm so used to men preparing to approach me that it gives me time to already have an out. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sliding my ring on real quick so I can say I'm married. I'm doing something. But he was in my brain. He was confident. This is exactly like he didn't say, "Can I get that for you?" or nothing. He just grabbed it.
Wow.
Ladies, y'all already know how they do. When a man it's kind of bold, you be like, boy. But unless he might not be your type or not that attractive, then you my basket. I'm gonna call the police. But he was handsome. So he's handsome. I let him grab it. He said, "Come on, let's go to the front."
And I bet you followed.
Walking. Huh?
You followed.
I did. I was like, okay, you're right. I should go to the front. You're right, sir. I mean, and then he had on he had on a work uniform. So I knew he had a job. Like, so all these things, like all these things, he was already hitting like green within the first couple minutes.
Seconds, right?
Yeah, seconds. And you like, ladies, if you are single and if you've been hurt before, if you have being vulnerable before, if you've done some things where in your brain you regret it, you try to rethink, all right, what should I have done? Or why am I hurt? Like, what didn't I see in him? Like, if you think like that, or I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
No, keep going. I'll
But
get you
anyway,
back.
when you're super single and you've been hurt before, and then you finally get over that person, like you finally get over that person that has your heart, the one who you like probably more than them or something like that. Then when you get to the spot that I was at, I was ready to be blocking any and everything, but there was no room for me to block because he was on. He grabbed a basket, let's go to the front, and I was thinking to myself, if he pay for this food, we go together. We go together. I was like, if we pay for our food, we go together. I don't care nobody say that's my husband. But he didn't have enough. But I didn't know that till later. But he carried me to the front, and I saw that he was a working man. He had on a uniform. He worked for the city. So anybody who knows me, I'm very analytical. I'm observant. And like I said, I was already trying to find things to disqualify him because that's what I'm used to. I'm single. I'm gonna disqualify you if I see anything physical that's gonna turn. I'm out of here. So he was giving me no out. Like, so by the time we got prepared. To the he was prepared. He was like, he knew, and he was cute. Okay, so you got another question you want to finish telling me what happened at the grocery store?
I do, and it's something that you opened while you were talking that brought the question, although it's not in my notes. Do you feel like when you were single that a lot of men were intimidated by you?
Yeah. I don't know if I could say a lot of men were intimidated. I guess you could say intimidated. It's hard for me to register intimidated because it's very rare that I've been intimidated, so I can't read intimidation on other people for real unless it's a bad thing. But I think they were too in their head though. You know, some men will assume you're a certain way because they have a political card. So I think they were too what you call it? Like they had it mapped out. Or it was too obvious to me.
Yeah.
All right, this is the kind of woman when you approach her, you gotta have your money right. You gotta let her know I'm gonna take care. Like I think they thought too much. From the outside looking in. So I guess you can call it intimidating, but
well, all your friends are saying yes. So that's gonna be my answer. There's 3 people who said yes. So I guess they were intimidated.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so we enter. How did you meet? Okay, so you come from meeting, and then how did you get? How were the process of from somebody at the store to somebody who's your boyfriend?
You said, how did I go? How did that happen?
Yeah, that process between I met him at the store. He's carrying my food. Now he's my boo.
Okay, so look, by the time we got to the aisle, we checked out. We had a few words as we walked into the front. We were talking. Where you headed? Why you get all this stuff? Just whatever. And the conversation was flowing. It was flowing. And I was just so excited. I was excited that he hadn't got no reds yet. That he was like, so can I have your number? I said, yes. I mean, I didn't even pause. And usually I'm so like witty and quick. I usually like, which number? What you mean? I got my social security number. Like usually I got a joke, but I couldn't even. So I might have even been intimidated by his confidence. And I'm rarely ever intimidated, but for me to come off the tongue like, yes, he said, so can I have your number and call you sometimes? I would say yes. I didn't say, sure, I guess. Like, I didn't do nothing. I was just like, yes, it's 314. So I called it out. So he was like, okay, good. He put it in there and he told me his name and then he walked me to the car and then he put my groceries up. Like, he didn't let me carry no bags. My mom was there acting a fool. She ran down the aisle like, Gwen, they got chicken for $4. Come hurry up, get you. Like, and I was like, Mom, like, what you like? It was crazy when he handled that well. He was like, oh, that's Mom. Hey, Mom. Like, this dude was charming. He is charming. So he walked me to the car, and when I popped my trunk, I was in my sister's car, but I be driving her car sometimes. So it had skates in there, and he was like, Dad, so you a roller? He said, let me show you something. He taking me to his car, popped the trunk. He got his skates right there. So now everything is like adding up. It's looking too green lightish.
She said green lighted.
We gotta start. Yeah, it was like, give me the green light. Like John Legend. Like it turned real green light. Like I promise you, I was like, Lord, please. Like, what are you doing? Like, I gotta have strength. I was thinking to myself, Lord, like straight up. Cause he's handsome. He's tall, dark, and handsome. Like for real. Like, if you looked up that definition, you're gonna see his face. Like
Bruh.
bad. Hi. That's him. So after that, he called me he called me maybe that night or the next night, planned the date. When he planned the date, he picked me up. So
what?
He picked me up. When he picked me up.
So wait, you give him your address?
No, this is after maybe 2 weeks of talking on the phone.
Okay.
We were talking. We had a good conversation, but I was real busy and elusive. But on our first date, when he planned our first date and we went, this was August. August, like literally, my hair in St. Louis, the humidity, it'll have you like poofy. But you just got to hurry up to get in the air conditioner. You got to go from the house, bow.
So you have natural hair?
Yeah, my hair is natural.
Okay, cool.
And go straight to the car. But when he picked me up, he opened the door. He had like maybe a 1987 Caprice. It was rusty. It was all white. It was rusty. It had four donuts. 4. And I was thinking to myself, he's not shy. Like, I was so used to men being so, they present what they have physically, that this like made my heart smile. It made my heart smile that his car was like rusted out. It had 4 donuts, and he was standing there like it was a Bentley limousine or something. The look in his face was not. It was nothing nervous about it. He gave no explanation. He's just standing at the door like a gentleman, and he opened it for me. He jangled on it. He was like, to open it. Y'all, it made all the noise.
No, do it again. How did he do it again?
He was like, and it popped open, y'all. He popped open, and I was like, oh, babe. I was like so flattered. Y'all got to see some of my hand movements. But yeah, I was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, this was so different for me, because usually if you meet a guy somewhere and he had any kind of regular car, it could be a nice car. But if it ain't something that they think it look like I would like, they're explaining. They explain. They like, yeah, this is my work truck. This is my work car, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got another car. I got it in the shop. Like, they explain before I even ask a question. He gave no explanation for a raggedy car. Do you understand? So to me, I'm like, oh my goodness, this man is confident. Like, so he opened the door. Like I said, it's August, my hair natural. I noticed that the window had a tilt to it, where I couldn't tell if it was all the way up or all the way down or in the middle. But I was like, oh my goodness, he not a bird. Like, everything, you don't understand. Look, I'm telling you. So when I got in the car, he closed the door like, boom. Look, he closed the door like he put me inside of a Maybach. He knew good and well that window didn't let all the way up, and it jangled. When he closed it, the window was like, it shook a little bit. I still was sitting there like a little kid on the first date. I was sitting there like a little kid on the first date, like, okay. And like I said, the car is old, so he ain't got no power light. It ain't no. I had to lean over. I leaned over like Brooklyn, and I unlocked it, like trying to get me some points, because by now he got all the points. So
right, because apparently that's the rule, right? Like, if he opens the door for you, you have to lean over and open his door.
Yeah, but that's the rule back in 1988, because everybody got power locks, but he didn't, and I was so happy. But who car don't unlock no more with the, once you unlock the driver. So for me, it was so refreshing. I was like, oh my God, I get the game, and I leaned over. When I leaned over to unlock it, I realized the seat was slightly down, because when I leaned over and kind of lifted up my booty, I could feel. I was like, okay, this seat wet. His window really don't let up. It rained.
Oh, yeah. So it was raining, yeah.
It was raining there a little bit. So when I unlocked the door, he got in. He sat down. He was like, you good? I said, yeah. I said, but I don't know if I'm sweating because it's August, or if his seat wet. And he was like, my seat probably wet because my window don't let all the way up. So he got out the car again, got his jacket, and laid it on the seat.
Come on now.
I was like, he a gentleman. I wasn't caring about what type of car it was. I was like, he a gentleman. He's caring. He's thoughtful. All these things are registering to me. So he climbing up. And on top of that, you think I'm lying? He did not have a radio. It was an empty space. It was nothing but an empty space and maybe 2 wires coming out like that. Red. This dude, when he got in,
she said 2 wires.
It was some wires. Like I knew it was supposed to be something right there. And the vents didn't have vents on them no more. They was just black holes. I was like, that there ain't no way that AC work. I was like, oh well. I was thinking to myself, their AC don't work, so we finna ride it out. So when he cranked it up and we got the rolling, he talking to me like regular, like nothing's wrong. He cut his phone off and put it in where the radio slot go. He put it in that empty spot and played Pandora.
Hey, you got music though.
You know how thoughtful that is? This dude he wasn't thinking like, that's going to be too embarrassing. I'm so used to people overthinking, but he did not.
Right.
He didn't. He was confident. Every move he made, he was confident in. And I love that. I love a man who's confident with little, because that means when you get a lot, you're really going to appreciate it. He appreciated everything that he had. So I'm thinking of all these things, like I said, from a spiritual point of view. But at the same time, I'm thinking about my hair, because the seat's wet and the window don't let all the way up, and it's August. Any moment, my hair finna be like, bow. So I'm thinking about both things, but at the same time, I'm like, look, Gwen, you can't let him outdo you. Like, you got to stay looking cute to the movie theater. So he's trying to drive fast so my hair can pick a wind, but at the first light from my house, it cuts off.
On your first date?
True story. It cut off. Sis, let me tell you what he did. He put the car in park. Only thing he said was, uh-oh. He put it in park, cranked it back up, and drove out. Didn't say nothing to me. He did not explain himself. I got scared at that point. I said, this dude is way too confident. Like, because you got to understand, at the time, like, I was in my prime. Like, I was like, I had the big head because I had been single for a while. I'm super confident who God has created me to be. My business is going great. I'm in a great shape physically. Like, I probably was at my best weight. I got all these people in my DMs. Every time I go out, this guy's trying to talk to me. So I should be at my peak as far as my ego. But what he's doing has me slightly intimidated because he's so confident. I'm like, this dude, if he's not confident in his money, you know, dude's got something that confident. If he's not confident in his money, if he's not confident in his car, if he's not confident, what is it then? So you start thinking, oh my God, he's a beast in a bedroom. So I really was like, I got scared. I got scared. I was like, this cannot be. I was like, no, Lord, I'm not gonna have a chance. I was thinking like, I'm not gonna have a chance. In heck, because it has to be like in your mind. Like, I'm thinking like, you better run. Like, part of me said that, because why is he not explaining himself? Like, why come he not like saying nothing? Like, we didn't say nothing. So we get to the movie theater. He wasn't afraid to show that he was frugal, because the lady was like, let me get 2 tickets to Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe was the name of the movie. She said, yes, sir. It'll be $36.40. I said, 2 tickets. She was like, that is 2. He was like, why is it so much? Like, he not even worrying about looking cheap in front of me. He almost arguing with the lady. He was like, why is it so much? She was like, because you're in the suite. You're in the 21 over suites where we serve you. And he was like, no, that's okay. We already ate. Give me some in the regular seats. And I'm like, he not even. So he adding up these confident points. Because I'm frugal too. I don't want somebody to act like they got it and they don't have it.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But he was like saying, he wasn't saying I don't have it, but he was saying I'm not going to pay for some unnecessary things. So all these things are adding up to me as responsible, confident, considerate. So now he said, give me the other seats. So once he said, give me the other seats, it moves our movie back an hour and a half. So luckily we were at the theater that had games and pool and all kinds of stuff. So it gave us actually time to be more sociable on our date. Yeah. So we get over there and we start off playing I don't know if it was darts or what. I don't know. We started off playing maybe the basketball game. And it gets cold up there, and he noticed me shiver or something. And he's like, you want a jacket? I was like, no, I'll be okay. Before I know it, he sprinted across the lobby, ran to the car, grabbed the jacket. He came back in and threw it over my shoulders.
Mm.
I was like, I'm celibate 4 years. But I was like, look.
Run, Elijah, run.
I was like, Lord, please.
Run, Forrest,
if
run.
this is not my husband, if this is not for me, because I am getting horny. I shouldn't have been, but I was. And I was like, I didn't think it was ever possible, not for me. Like, this is real life. Like, I don't know if I was arrogant or, like I said, prideful at the time, but this is very rare. It's like a 1% chance for that, for me to feel physically ready to go. Because I know the devil is a liar. Like, you don't understand how confident I was, especially in these circumstances. You know, it ain't money, it ain't none of this, but it made me see authentically what turned me on in a heart way. But sometimes in a heart way can also be in another way too. It could you know, like if you don't keep God ahead of you and your thoughts, then easily it could, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the moment that I start to get nervous and scared was the moment I let myself go a little bit before God, because you're supposed to stay confident in God and stay confident. But I think I started realizing I was probably confident in me and where I was in my celibacy more so than God, because why am I feeling like he can get it?
Okay, so with let me interrupt. So okay, so first date happens and first date is happening and you're already feeling this way. So I'm trying to figure out one thing we talked about, because we did talk about the story, and there was back and forth that started happening with you having to block him. Back and forth.
This happened after this. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go finish your question.
So what had happened for you to have gotten to the point where you guys are going back and forth, while you were blocking him?
Okay, so after that date in the movie theater, I felt a strain. I don't even know what I felt. I couldn't figure out whether it was all the way through my body. I was like, this chemistry is legit. Once we finally got in the movie theater, I was like, I don't know if this is. I don't know. I just prayed, but I prayed over him because the seats lit up. So I remember praying over him. And I prayed for myself. You know, I prayed over him, and then I prayed for myself, like, Lord, don't let me do it. I was like, I said, don't let me go into the situation. Lustfully, please leave me. I said the thing. I said it because that feeling was too strong. So after that, we leave, and he was like, okay, it was a great day. We ride home, and he like, are you going with me or are you going back home? And,
going with you where?
That's what I was saying. I was thinking to myself, he was like, so you gonna go? But he said it so cool and confident. I was like, inside my body was like, with you. But my mouth said, home. I was like, home? What you mean going with you? He was like, okay. You know, he was like, okay. So I went home. But I went home and I prayed some more. I prayed some more because that had never happened to me. You know, never. Not after I was saved. And I was confused on what those feelings were. I was really confused because I wasn't tempted, but so I went home and we talked a little bit. We went on maybe 2 other dates, and then maybe after the 3rd date, I knew I was full blown, like, he can get it. I seriously, as a Christian woman, I was like, I had already observed that he was polite, he was considerate, he was sweet, he was handsome, he was tall, he was a gentleman, he was all of these things, and he was not on social media. He didn't have an Instagram, he didn't have a Facebook.
So you didn't even have to worry about showing him.
I didn't have to worry about showing him or knowing him. I was like, long as no girls is knowing him or nothing like that, I had already made up in my mind, I'm going to do it.
You're going to have all his babies, girl.
I said, I'm going to do it to him. I said, I'm going to do it to him. I said, I'm going to do it to him. And I shouldn't have, but I told myself I couldn't. After the 3rd date, I said, he going to get it. He have no idea. He probably going to think it's of him, but it's not. He going to get it. I'm going to do it to you. I was thinking that, and I was going to. So by that 3rd date,
you back it up?
It was like, you coming, you going home, or you going with me? with you.
My mind's telling me no, but my body
Telling me, yeah, and I went. I didn't, the first time we played checkers and at his house. The next time I'm like, this dude don't try to make a move. He's gonna get it, Like if he don't try to make a move, I'm gonna jump on him. I was thinking that because I had been so celibate for so long, and I remember asking God, like before him, like how come everybody else get to do it? Why come everybody else, like all these women who've been in my church for 4 and 5 years, they get to have 2 or 3 guys that they experiment with, not even experiment with, but they like, and they don't have this urge to be celibate like I did. Like mine was tugging at me to be celibate. Like you cannot, Gwen, you can't do that. It's like a little kid on punishment that has to stay inside of the school while everybody else is out at recess, and you like at the window, like, yeah, you like everybody playing. Like, why come I can't go out there? And they, some of these kids, they have a skin condition where they can't be out in the sun. Like you can't, you literally can't, or you will die. That's how I felt with celibacy, and I chose to go outside anyway. I don't care. It's going to burn me.
Come on, skin cancer.
I was willing to take all the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Because I had enough good. He had already shown me he's considering all these other things. So it wasn't going to be too much he could do to me. And at his house, he had his bills on the wall, electric due in 2 days. He had already paid. Like, so I could see, he had the Bible open on the table. It was a little bitty piece of little blunt on the Bible. But that was like, that means he's authentic. His heart is in the right place, and he's not, so it made me feel like he didn't set it up to just have a Bible on it. So I wasn't judging him either. And I was feeling like, okay, you're not the only one sinning a little bit. Like I made it okay. Every which way I made it okay. And I knew what I was going to do. I knew I was going to go and do it. I knew it. I knew it. So
let me ask you this. Before you continue, like after the first time, like you guys got intimate, how was it for you going back to work and having the girls in your chair? Do you
Nobody
think
knew. Nobody knew.
Did you feel guilty, or did you feel like you had to hide it?
I didn't until maybe months in, where they would be in the church like, oh my God, I can't believe he did this to me. And maybe months ago, I was just saying to them, like, all you gotta do is keep your twat to yourself. God don't have it. You know what I mean? I used to be serious. I used to be like, look, trust me. Keep that to yourself. That fruit, don't go give that. That wasn't meant for us to do it. He saw that a man was lonely. Like I'm thinking to myself, I mean, they know I would be preaching to them about this celibacy. So I didn't feel guilty until what I had been preaching came true in everybody else's life. That you should not give away your twat to someone who's not your husband or somebody who you're not walking and dating towards marriage. If it's just free, it's going to get you in a lot of trouble, sis. And I meant it because I knew it was true based on what the word told me and based on what the conviction told me. But I knew for my life, I couldn't play like that. I wasn't going to get no little bitty heartbreak. I knew it was going to be something different. I knew it was going to be, because God wouldn't have had me do it for that long. I had a lot of different guys who I dated before, and they were good guys, great guys. Like, but I had got tired of saying, I'm saving since I'm celibate and this, that, and the other, and it would kind of like reveal who they were. It would reveal who they really were. So then the relationship would dissipate. And they were great guys. I used to be like, oh, so I couldn't even keep him. Why come he can say, me too? I'm celibate too. Great. Same morals, same value. Let's get married. Bye. Now we get to do it. But that's not how it was. God didn't have it like that. So this time I withheld that. I withheld from him who I was in Christ.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him I was celibate. I didn't tell him nothing. I had already made up in my mind. I'm finna get up. Go lay down. Go in there and lay down, sir. It's about to go down. I made up in my mind. I was terrible. But I did. And after a couple months where I said my clients would come tell me what happened with them, and I was like, hey, G, you know where this gonna lead you. You already did it. And I made sure I wouldn't lie about it, but I avoided saying again. I could no longer minister from that platform. Stay celibate. I would have to stay quiet because I felt like I would be a hypocrite if I would preach that.
Yeah.
But I did still feel that way. And when they would say, like, I should have just stayed celibate like you, I'd be like,
if you only knew.
Yeah, like that. I've been getting it in. I was thinking, like, woo. I thought
Girl.
about all them nights. I was like, yeah, woo. But he would be like, let's go out here. Let's go out here. Let's do that. I would be like, no, let's just go to your house. Like, he'd be like, are you hiding me? Do you not like me? And I would be, I wouldn't say, I'd be like, no. Or I would go over there really late when I got off, and then I would block them because it was things that I saw that I chose to ignore because in my brain I thought I was just, stepping out on God, like having a little friend, and we would just do it sometimes, and I could enjoy him and have decent conversation, but I had already saw some things that he wasn't nowhere near spiritual.
Right. Which I don't want you to get in yet. Like, I don't want you to get into the red flags yet. Okay. But I do want to ask the transition between, like, because you guys were in a relationship, all this was happening, you're feeling how you feel, you're feeling like you're being set up to no longer be able to minister. Like, in a way, the enemy was taking away your voice. But how did he propose?
He proposed because, like I said, he thought I was hiding them, but we just naturally got close. And the more time I spent with him, we got closer. We started to open up on who we were. We would have great conversations about God, and I would see something and block him and all kinds of other stuff. Where I cut it off, and he would be like, "Would you go with me? Would you?" And I'd be like, "Go with me, like girlfriend." I was like, "Girlfriend." I think that's so elementary. Like I feel like you're single to married. Like I still believe that. You're single till you're married. That's it. Like, that's all. And he tried so many ways to be like, would you go? And I would be like, no. He was like, so what does that mean? Does that mean you could talk to who you want to, and I could talk to who I want to? And I was like, yeah. I said, the only rule that I have is just to be honest with one another,
Right.
If that's what you decide to do, then, and it involves physical with someone else, just tell me, and I will do the same. I was like, but I feel like God gives us one thing, and that's free will. And the boyfriend, girlfriend, and the rules before marriage is taking away free will. Why would I want to take away something God freely gave? And this is me still being spiritual, so I didn't want to put any rules on. I want you to be free, and if you naturally just only want to spend your time with me and love me, then you'll propose like that. That's your wife. It will be authentic. Right. Nothing I'm making you do. And he even gave me a key and a plant, and go to the house. And he did all of this he presented his house and apartment key like a gift. And I would be like, I'm never gonna use this, right? Like, I would never even want to. No. He was like, well, just in case. Like, I'm telling you, I didn't have no bad lights. This was like, geez. So all I had to do was give up the twat. That's what I'm thinking to myself, to not be talking about how spiritual I am and none of that. I could just be savage like them, and you're going to have somebody begging you to be with them. Like, and it's not, I wasn't super flattered, but I was low-key like that.
Yeah. Here's what something, you just said something that I think I want to touch on. Like you said, you can be savage like them. All I have to do is give it up to get somebody to beg me to be with them.
Right.
And I think that's what a lot of females out there, or a lot of us feel out there, like, in order to get, because we like the chase. We like somebody wanting to be with us. We like the wooing. And we feel like all I have to do is give it up. And that giving it up is the very thing God is asking not to give up. Right. So it's like, okay, God, so how the hell is he going to come after me?
Right, exactly. And you thinking that, but that was only to your ego. That's only to pride. And we know the enemy fell because of pride. So that's what that was feeling, was my ego, because, dang, I'm telling him, no, I don't want to be with him. He want to give me a key. I knew he want to do all these things that women usually be begging for. If you want to be with me now, you would say it, and you would. I had none of those feelings. I used to be like, man, he's worse some more. You know, I would, but I don't know if it was fear that was pulling me back, or if it was instinct or what. But I always said single to marry. So he ended up proposing, and like I said, we met in August. He proposed in the following June.
Almost a year.
I guess so. Yeah, it's 8 months.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So Instagram has this bad habit where it kicks people out after an hour. We're at 50 minutes already. Me and Gwen already knew this, and we set it up kind of on purpose. I'm sorry that we would get the juice of the beginning of the story and not give you guys the whole thing. Oh no, I'm so sorry, because we want you guys to come back next Thursday to get the rest of the story. Although
we're doing them like
yeah, we're gonna have to do at the proposal. That's a good cliffhanger, because yeah, you proposed, but then why did you give back the ring? And like, what other red flags did you see?
It's a long story.
There's a lot to tell. And you know, we will be cheating you guys, trying to give you guys all of it all at once. So, and I didn't want to do that, and I don't want it to.
No, I'm sorry.
She says a whole week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So right now, so next Thursday, once we get off, I'm gonna do the flyer. We're gonna have it for next Thursday. Well, let me back up. On Tuesday, we have Testimony Tuesday with this young lady, which I'll do that flyer. So that'll be on Tuesday. We'll have that testimony. And then on Thursday, we'll have Gwen's other part of the story. And I don't know if we're going to finish there either.
They are going off on us.
But you guys will be okay. But you guys can ask questions right now.
Thank you, Mark.
Whatever questions you have regarding what she already said. So remember, Tuesday first for the testimony, then Thursday for Gwen's other part of the story. So if you guys have any questions, this is the time.
I did figure out. Oh my goodness!
I did figure out a way to save it.
But before they go, before it cuts us off, I do want to say that when she inboxed me, it's probably what I needed to keep the ring in his hand, because there was days where I was just like, "Give my ring back." I don't care how I spiritually feel. You know, you're a good person. You're good. It was days, but had she not inboxed me and said, because I knew I wanted God to use me, period. Once I said, yes, this pre-him, this pre-date, I already asked God to use me and to make me uncomfortable when it's not you, and let your will, your sovereign will, be over my free will to make decisions. So this was aligning with what I've asked him for. So it's worth the wait, because I was finna start crying, and I just got off, and my snot gonna be spicy because I haven't eaten. Oh Lord.
I'm so sorry. There's people are Gwen. They talking about something. You need to go live on your page. We need to log off and come back on.
I can't do that, y'all. I can't.
We're not gonna do that because we already. Well, first of all, it was her idea, to which I agreed.
It was a preview because I really wasn't. I wanted a preview because I wasn't sure I was ready to say it yet or talk about it. And this is probably what I need, because I need this. I need it. I need a little extra time, y'all. I just gave the ring back, not even a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So I need a little time. I'm gonna start crying.
So this is really, really, really fresh for her, and it's not comfortable for anybody to just go out there and tell their story. Like, it's not comfortable for me to force her to tell the story. I mean, this wasn't by force. However, I think God knew what He was doing when He set up this idea. When He set up this particular story and make it not work out with the first person, and for me to find Gwen. So do it for her. Like, as you guys can see how hard it is for her. Like, wait for that extra Thursday. I mean, come on Tuesday for the testimony, and then wait for Thursday and help her, like, be able to tell her story and process the healing process, and pray for her. Pray for her, definitely, like, and not just so that she could heal and recover and get her voice back, but so, you know, God could give her the strength, and stay prepared for her. The one, I do believe counterfeits usually do come right before the one, and they come so that you can miss the one. That's my belief. I'm not saying that's what happens, but the devil is a liar, and his job is to, if he can't stop you, his job is to distract you. So, we're so grateful for you, Gwen. I know we just met, but I'm so grateful for you already.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So, I guess we'll stay on here and we'll answer whatever we can until they kick us out.
My cousin said I'm so ugly when I cry. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are so awesome for walking with us, because we really don't know exactly what we're doing, but we trust in God. So Y'all are like really
Yeah.
helping us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so overwhelmed.
I'm so, aw.
I mean, in a good way. Like, all that
Yeah,
love
yeah, definitely.
is so sweet.
I'm not crying now because people are watching me, but I will definitely be like go back and down my bed like, God, you're so awesome.
Like, he can open, when you trust him, it'll take you to a whole nother level spiritually. Like, you get nothing physical out of it, but what you get spiritually, I'm telling you, it's mind blowing. And it's so that's how you know you're intimate with him, because it's personal. It's between you and God. And nobody even can witness it. Like, nobody can witness it. Like, nobody can see what Paul saw to become Paul. Nobody saw that. Like, it's so personal. So that's what I'm feeling right now, is that this is walking towards something great. Like, for all of us, and for me, and for him to entrust me with something so great, and to send Yanta, am I saying it right?
Yep. Yeah.
To send her like an angel to assist me in it, because y'all know I'm a procrastinator. I would have thought about it for years and waited, but he know exactly what I need. Like, he know what I need. So I know he know exactly what you need. And
girl, I had no choice. When I tell you that week God yelled at me, I felt like if I didn't do this butterfly story right now, God was gonna I was gonna get punished, and I'm not trying to be on the bad side of things. Life ain't that easy for me. So clearly he has a plan regarding this. Like I said, like when I started, I have no idea what the heck I was doing. I didn't know how I was gonna go about it. I didn't know nothing. All I know is that I was supposed to do this, and I was gonna be obedient and trust God for the rest. And here we are.
And I never answered DMs, and you was right there. I was like, God, what are you doing? He was like, somebody screenshot you gave a ring back. Let's do a story. I was like, huh? He was like, come on, let's talk about it. So I did the push that I needed, and I'm going to trust him, because I see what not trusting him has got me. And it's still good. It's always good. It's always for our good, but sometimes it's uncomfortable, you know.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. Yeah. So we're at 57. Do you guys have any questions with the little minutes we have left based on what she already said?
They need to DM you the question too in case they cut you off. Maybe we can answer on a separate video. If it cuts us off.
Yeah. I mean, if they don't have any questions, then it cuts us off.
Okay.
How to blow that chance? You need dirt to grow right. To grow right?
Yeah, she said you need dirt to grow right, like a plant, fertilizer.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole word right there.
Yeah, that's a whole word right there. Drop it to me.
Somebody said what the devil meant for evil.
He had kids. Yes, he did. He had 2 boys, and they were the same age as my kids, or almost. Our oldest is 13, and then his youngest is 7, and my youngest is 11. So, and we weren't gonna have any more. I'm telling you, everything.
He looked good on paper.
Physically was lined up, like everything. Like everything physically was lined up. It's crazy. It's crazy why I did give the ring back. So when we get to that part, hopefully by then, the sure part, and I won't be crying about it. What is that on my face? What in the tissue? What in the Pillsbury though? Okay, you know. So y'all just keep praying for me. You keep praying strength, because the enemy do not want me to do anything obedient, because I can tell you about my week, but God is good and he don't want to get glory. So
yeah.
Thank you.
It's telling we have 27 minutes, 28, 25. Okay, so guys, don't forget, next Tuesday's testimony, and next Thursday will be the other part of her story. I think my closing remarks, I want to say we all have stories, and we're all in this together, and we're not alone. Like, clearly there's somebody else out there who went through the same thing, and sometimes the enemy trying to make it seem like we're by ourselves, but we're not. So bye y'all.